I'm Gemma Park.
And I'm Sean Paul Johnston. I've been involved with video games for most of my life. I've grown up playing them, I've run a small import business that sold rare titles from Japan, focus tested some very well-known franchises, and even provided voiceovers for small indie developers. More recently, I co-directed a small fan film project, The Real ZombiU, based on the Wii U game ZombiU. I truly love video games, and I feel like there's never been a better time to be a gamer, but there's something missing from the modern gaming scene. Back in the early 90s, there were some pretty amazing video game shows on television, like Games World and Bad Influence for example, that really captured what it felt like to be a gamer back then. Playing awesome beat-em-ups like Streets of Rage on the Mega Drive or Genesis for the American gamers out there, and the eye-poppingly fast F-Zero on the SNES running in glorious Mode 7-O-Vision. When I first saw Bad Influence, it was a revelation, covering all the latest news and info on the games industry from around the world, including things like the exclusive peaks and Silicon Graphics tech powering the mind-boggling and at the time 3D graphics on Ultra 64 games. It was a great gaming show made specifically for passionate gamers like me that ran for 4 years before closing shop, and it's probably one of my favourite childhood memories. As well as Bad Influence, we also got shows like Games Master with Dominic Diamond and Sir Patrick Moore. Yes, Patrick Moore. Bits and several others here in the UK. However, there's not really been anything like that since then. Of course, we now have the internet for everything we could possibly want, but I still miss that classic feel and style of those early 90s TV video game shows, and I think the time is about right to do something about it.
With Games Lounge, we aim to give dedicated gamers like you an exciting and accessible way to access all the content you want and love, in a format that harkens back to the classic video game shows of yesteryear. A place you can sit back, relax and feast your eyeballs on awesome industry news and coverage without having to scroll through multiple ad-riddled web pages or click multiple links to get what you want. So we've put together a pilot episode for the show, which you can check out in the YouTube video below. So sit back, enjoy and welcome to Games Lounge.
For the last year, we've been setting up a small independent studio here in Edinburgh called Small Fry Unify. We took what was essentially a rundown warehouse and turned it into a place where we can host and film Games Lounge, but it lacks some fundamental things, like a complete set of cameras and quality microphones. To film the trailer and pilot episode, we had to borrow cameras, lighting equipment and rigs, and even furniture from friends and colleagues, which obviously isn't ideal. It also meant we had to pre-record the pilot episode and edit it later. The end result is still awesome and great, but we know having a live studio would be even better, and to make that a reality, we need some proper equipment of our own. I'm going to do my best I can to get as much of the equipment together as possible for as cheap as possible, but the fact is, we need your help.
So what will your support go towards? Well, at least one camera so we can switch between areas live, wireless lapel microphones, direct video capture card, flat screens for consoles and the news wall, current consoles and handhelds to cover all the latest games, furniture, broadcast software, and general bits and bobs. Part of the funding will also go towards covering the Kickstarter fees and rewards, such as printing costs for posters, t-shirts, and making exclusive music tracks. We plan to cover all gaming platforms, including consoles, handhelds and PC titles, and we'll have dedicated areas for the consoles, interviews and a news section which will dynamically switch between live to create a show full of energy. If this Kickstarter campaign is successful, we'll be able to get the equipment we need and cover other costs associated with setting up the show, allowing us to focus on packing every episode with the best possible content. More importantly, it means we can live stream the show, making it interactive and fresh.
At Games Lounge, we believe that no one should be left empty-handed, so we put together some awesome exclusive rewards for backers, from posters to t-shirts, exclusive chiptune tracks, invites to the studio, to having your very own superhero picture created like this one, and becoming an honorary member of the Small Fry Unified team, complete with a badge and profile card that will give you exclusive access to materials only available to team members. Find out more about the rewards on the panel to the right.
With your support, we can hit the ground running and start bringing you live shows as soon as possible.
Our gaming thumbs are twitching with excitement. We can only hope that you feel as excited about this epic project as we do, and we look forward to seeing you in
The Games Lounge.